Shalom. This Shamak coming at you with another one through the spirit and power. Yeah, Bashim Yahshua Shem Hakadash. Give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKadash. Double unsaid elder apostle, great millstone, rule well and teach well. Kazak Shalom to you brothers, pushing his word, truth, and sincerity, making the calling and election sure across the four corners of the globe, just as well as a few sisters who might be listening and learning. But yeah, just getting right into it, he had somebody comment on the Elder Apostle Tahar channel, on his latest video, which was the 12 controversy he was going into, and he was going to you know pretty much that. But he had somebody on the comment section ask this question, and that's what this lesson is about. Just to clear up the question. Um, Bear with me for a second. Okay, here we go. Um, Kersey. He said, Apostle Elder Tahar, when the kingdom of heaven is established on earth, will other kingdoms be? So, right. So you asked if when the kingdom of Yahweh Shah established on the earth, will the other kingdoms be? He said, will other kingdoms be? And he said, will they have their own economy and will they have an army? Almost like today, where Esau is in rulership, but the other nations have some type of power, yet Esau is the ultimate ruler over all of them. Shalom, Apostle. Hope you can shed some light on it on that. Yeah. So So when Yahweh Shemiah Shah, and I'm gonna get into some precepts, but when Yahweh Shemiah Shah come back, he established, he deliver up the kingdom, starting with the elect 144,000 men, also the one third women and children, who are gonna make it under the men of the Lord. Um, you know, that's gonna be, we know that that's gonna be the government that's gonna be established, which that word government just means govern, just means to control, and ment goes into the mind. That's where you get that word mental. It's dealing with your lives. So that's gonna be the when Yahushua come what Yahushua is coming to establish is gonna be the ultimate government. It's gonna be the ultimate mind control, but it's gonna be in righteousness because he and all his companions they use forms of government, but it's on the left hand side. You see, but when Yahushua come back and establish the kingdom, it's gonna be a government on the right hand side. You see, the spiritual and righteous mind control rather than the wicked and confusing mind control, man. You know, it's like, right now we have the government of death, you know, but we gonna receive that government of life. But the question was asked, will they, so pretty much when Yahusha, when the kingdom is being established, the question is pretty much what is the heathen gonna be doing? So what the heathen gonna be doing in the kingdom? This is a book of Micah chapter 4 verse 2. And many nations, well, I'm gonna start with verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain, which that word mountain This is symbolic for, like a power or a country or a government. You see, it says but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord, right? So the Lord's government shall be established in the top of the mountains, right? So the mountain of the Lord, the government of the Lord is gonna be established in the top of the governments, man. You know, meaning, pretty much, it's like it that because the scripture say in the book of Revelations that the Lord is coming, and rough paraphrase, he had many crowns on his head. Meaning he took the rulerships of pretty much the other mountains. Those other governments, and so when the Lord established His mountain, you know. All like the scriptures say in the book of First Corinthians chapter 15. Uh, what it say? I'm gonna have to come back to this, Michael 4. I want to get this real quick. It's the book of First Corinthians chapter 15 and verse like 20 something. Verse 25. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet, right? So until all of those mountains of death, all of these kingdoms of death, they still here, so the Lord must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet, so the Lord had to put all the enemies under his feet, which he already did because he in the power seat in the Shemayim, he controlling everything, but he had to do the same thing in a natural realm, so he had to do it, he had to actually come down here and show himself and really establish his kingdom, which he gonna establish the elect because that's his kingdom, you know. But back to the Micah. So, because right now the heathens are the enemies. They enemies, man. But in the kingdom, shit, we gonna beat the shit out of them so bad that they gonna become friends, man. We gonna put them in a right spirit. We gonna govern their minds into righteousness. That's why the scriptures say. Matter of fact, real quick, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 24. Well, no, not 24, 29. So like, this is a book of Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. And it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So when the Lord come down and he put down all the rain, the people is gonna rejoice, man. Esau gonna go into the heathens. They gonna go into captivity for 1,000 years, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be all sunshine, man, for everybody because the righteous is gonna reign. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right. So when the wicked bear rule, what the hell is going on? You got mass suicide and homicides, and you know, um, you know mourning across the globe, man. Uproars and riots, right? Rumors of war, right? Wars and rumors of wars. Because the world is mourning, man. The world is in mourning because the wicked is being ruled. These wicked mountains are established right now, man. Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked right now. But when the earth is when in the hand of the wicked, when his time is up, when he gotta pay that tab and give up the earth, because his his time has pretty much reached its limit. Well, that's when the foundation of, or the mountain of righteousness is gonna be established. Let's go back to that Micah chapter 4. It's the book of Micah chapter 4 and verse 2. It's a matter of fact. Verse 1 again, it says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and the people shall flow into it. Right, hills is another symbolic word for like uh, uh, a government, But verse 2 it says and many nations shall come and say. come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, right? So all the nations is gonna say, let us go up to this new government, this new set forth kingdom, man. You say, and to the house of the power of Jacob, right? The seed line that chosen tabernacle, that chosen house, which is Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, right? So right now we being taught the ways of the heathens, the enemies, and once again that's why the scriptures say that in the book of Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, which for some reason it still says proverb on the top of the thing, but hey, it's kind of that's low key the spirit, but it says it says, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and he will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, right? Because the law was given unto who? It wasn't given to everybody. It wasn't given to the son. It wasn't given into the heathen, because the heathen are pretty much slaves. That's their role. Everybody has their role. The animals have their role. The heathens have their role. The women have their role. The children have their role. So everything is gonna be established in righteousness, and everybody's gonna play they everybody gonna stand a lane in the kingdom, man. Everybody gonna be put in their specific and designated lane in the kingdom, man. And that's why everybody's gonna rejoice because it's gonna be right. Because there's nothing wrong with having slaves. Esau, what he did was he made slaves look like a bad thing because the way he did it. He wasn't supposed to deal with slaves like that, man. He overdid it, man. You know, Matter of fact, because I got some laws on slaves, like how you supposed to, because it's actually lawful to have slaves. I'm gonna get into that. That's probably gonna be the last thing I go into before I close out. But yeah, that's how beautiful Yahweh Shah is. It's even laws. It's laws on everything, man. It's even laws on how you supposed to deal with your slaves and how your slaves are supposed to deal with you, man. So everything is gonna be righteous in the kingdom of heaven. So ain't gonna be no need to overstep, beating the shit out of the heathen in the kingdom, man. Once they serve those 1,000 years, they pretty much gonna go. They gonna naturally flow into righteousness because everything is gonna be right, man. And yes, they gonna have their own land because we not gonna be like Esau. We not gonna be like greedy as fuck and just wicked as hell, man. So everybody is gonna have their own damn, I forget that precept. The scripture, paraphrase the scripture talk about, even on this side, the scripture talk, because it's a prophecy that all of the heathen shall flow into their own lands. Paraphrasing, so even right now, you got a lot of heathen shit like Moab shit. They see that Moab prospering because a lot of Moab that came over here to make money on Jake. But shit, now that Moab is pretty much prospering over Babylon over there in China, shit, a lot of these Moabites hitting that jet. They hitting the airplanes and they taking their ass back over there with their fam, man. You know, so, but that's order though. It's crazy because that's the order of things. But it's just on the left hand side. But in the kingdom, it's gonna be completely order. You know, shit, the Judites is gonna dwell together. Benjamin gonna dwell together. Ephraim gonna dwell together because Esau done fucked everything up. He don't really know how to establish the kingdom. He got everything mixed up and out of order, man. You know, the Lord deal with order, man. And that's how the kingdom is gonna be. It's gonna be full of order. It's gonna be so freaking order. Everything is gonna be in, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man. The order that's gonna be set up in the kingdom because it's gonna be righteous, man. You see? So yeah, everybody gonna have their own lands. Ain't no Moabites gonna be dwelling with Judah. You know what I mean? And no, you know what I mean? All that confusion. Everybody is gonna pretty much dwell in their own lands in order, cause the Lord deal with order, man. It says, and many nations shall come, and say, come and let us go up to the mountain, and it's a spirit, cause we were just talking about this at camp, man. Dealing with, you know, damn, it's like I lost train of thought. But anyway, it says, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. Right, so Moab ain't gonna be eating bats and rats and raccoons and he ain't gonna be you know what I mean drinking blood and all this other crazy ass shit and praying to Hashatan and all of that and you know what I mean and Ishmael ain't gonna be smoking blunts and what I mean all of that. Because they the law is gonna be established and set forth. Everything is gonna have to all of the heathen they gonna have to get put in check, and if they don't, then we're gonna get into some more precepts. This is gonna happen if they don't. This book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not. Damn, hold on, let me start that from the top though. It says, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. Hold on, I want to get the whole chapter. I want to get the whole chapter. I thought I had the whole chapter. I don't know why I did it like that. It's lucky. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. Right, so that righteous government of the Lord is gonna be established. We're gonna, the capital is gonna go back to being Jerusalem. The capital, it's like the cap shit. Man, we gonna do it big in the kingdom, man. Shit. He got his capital like Washington. Shit, Jerusalem gonna be the capital of the universe type shit, man. It's gonna be big, man. But it says and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it, man. So all these nations is gonna flow into that righteous mountain, that righteous government. It's like they gonna, if you want to look at it in a carnal sense, everybody gonna vote for Yahushua as their president. You know, and it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of Yahweh Shem Shah. Hold on, what? This is Isaiah too. Hold on, it's lucky. I don't know why. I mean, oh, that's a spirit. That's a spirit. Why do Yahweh Shem Shah? But hold on. So it's lucky. Okay, kind of slacky. Bear with me for a second. I'm just checking something out. Lord shall establish and okay, kind of. Yeah, these precepts link together. That's Yahweh. But anyway, it says verse. I'm gonna go back to was Micah chapter 4, but it say Proverbs like you. Um, Micah chapter 4, and I'm gonna read verse real quick. I'm gonna read verse 3, and it says, and he shall judge. Hold on, man. Okay, con. It say, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. Yeah, so he gonna, because right now you got strong nations like you got Moab and Babylon. Like these are strong. They strong powers. They have military might and they got nuclear missiles. They have they got some shit. The Lord has given them power, right? It says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And when you go into that rebuke, really, because the word rebuke just means to correct, and that correction is gonna be, by word, but also is in some cases it's gonna be physical as well, man. Because we gonna have them immortal body, so we gonna be able to pretty much do anything and everything, man. You know, on the spiritual power side, man. You know, it's gonna be unstoppable, man. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? You gonna shoot a bullet in a mortal body? You know, on shit, man. What the hell? It's gonna be nothing that you can pretty much do against us when the Lord give us those bodies, man. And say, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Right. So it's not gonna be no more war learned, cause it say they shall so that because it say they they shall beat their swords, because these are instruments of war, swords and pruning it's like it's swords and spears. It say they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, because plowshares and pruning hooks are what? They're working instruments, but swords and spears are what? Instruments of war. So these nations, those guns, pistols, assault rifles, snipers, knives, katanas, all of that, instruments of war, they gonna take the metal hammer, they gonna take the fire, and they gonna smash those weapons of warfare into rolling carts, plowing machines, you know, staffs, to beat the lesser servants. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like, what the hell is going, bro? I'm gonna get some more presets, and they gonna have to, man. They gonna have to do that, man, because this is pretty much gonna be nothing that can stand against the Lord's men. You know, like y'all, like the scriptures say in Book of Revelation chapter 15 verse 25, the Lord must reign until he have put all enemies in subjection under his feet. Matter of fact, since I mentioned that real quick, I'm gonna get this one first. This is Book of Psalms, chapter 2, and verse 8, and it says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." Because right now the uttermost parts of the earth belong unto the heathens, and right now the heathens are set forth carnally over us, man. You know, you know, when it comes to possession, they're over us, man. But it's not about possession. It's about the spirit. So when the Lord start raising spiritual things, more deliverances start coming to pass. The men of the Lord start getting their glow, because we already got it, our glow, but we gonna get on a higher level, man. To the point to where you can see it. Brothers getting spiritual powers, brothers getting beamed up in chariots, right? Then that's when our power is gonna be revealed on high, right? On a high level, right? And that's the time where pretty much those heathens, they about to pretty much go into our possession, man. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance." Right. So the heathen is gonna be for an inheritance. So that pretty much the heathen is gonna be slaves. But we righteous, man. We not like these heathens, man. So we gonna deal with them righteously, man. So yeah, they gonna have their own land, because Jake is righteous, man. We just learned the ways of the heathen. So we do wicked ass shit, pants sagging and listen and jamming to deaf music and all that shit. But Jake really ain't even like that for real. He really righteous, man. Which he like that, because Jake wicked as fuck. But when a righteous king is established, which is Yahweh Shai on the earth, when Yahweh Shai is established on the earth, then everything is pretty much gonna be going back into how it's supposed to be, because these heathen ain't supposed to be ruling, because they don't know how to think like kings, because what? They're slaves, man. They're slaves, so they weren't given the spirit to be able to think like kings, man. That was given to us, man. You see? So we gonna deal with them righteously, you know. And yeah, we gonna give them their own land, man. Matter of fact, going back to Micah, since I said we gonna give them their own land. This is the book of Micah, chapter 4 and verse 4. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree. Right. So every man is gonna sit under the vine and under his fig tree. It's gonna be all in order, man. Every brother every tribe, every nation is gonna sit in their vine, their branch, right? They're gonna sit at their branch, man, where they were sprung forth from, man. It's gonna be all order, and none shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord of hosts have spoken. Hold on. It say, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. So it said that every man, right? Not just the seed line of Jacob, you know, you know, but every man, even the heathens, they gonna sit under their vine, under their fig tree, and it say none shall make them afraid. So even the heathens gonna be in the kingdom, and it's gonna come a time where ain't nothing gonna make them afraid because the whole world is gonna be set forth in righteousness, man. And all fear is gonna be in Yahweh Shemi Shah, man. Yahweh Shemi Shah, he gonna be praised on a high level in the earth, man. You see, and everybody's gonna fear him. So ain't nothing gonna make, cause everything's gonna be like in this world. You got you can be jogging down the street in your neighborhood, and then some niggas, you got your phone in your hand and you just jogging and running, and then some niggas think, or Jake might see you running past, or the police might see you running past, or whatever, and they just think you got a gun in your hand. Well, really it's your phone. Like, I'm just using that for example. But we this is not our arrest, man. It's nothing but chaos here. So in a way, it's many things to fear. Which we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And we do the things pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. To the best of our ability. So so we fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But I'm just saying that on a carnal sense, it's like many things to fear. You know what I'm saying? But in the kingdom, it ain't gonna be nothing to fear, man, because everything is gonna be all right, and everything is gonna be righteous, man, and in order. You see, the natural world is gonna go back to its true nature, which is in order, man. You know. But it says for the mouth, and the only fear that these heathens pretty much gonna have is when they go off, because we still gonna be judging. The scripture say, "No, you're not that you shall judge angels." So and those angels, you know, uh, are the people, man. You know, so we gonna judge the people, man. We gonna judge the heathens, all right? The heathens is gonna be being judged, man, because they still gonna be in the flesh, So they gonna be doing. They might still, you gonna have some of them that's doing fleshly things, and they gonna have to get judged for that, man. So the rod of iron is gonna be on their ass for whoever is getting out of line, stepping out of line. So we still gonna the scripture say you shall what it say, rough paraphrase, you shall rule with a rod of iron. It say, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts shall have spoken it. It say for all people will walk every one in the name of his power, man, and we will walk in the name of the Lord, our power, forever and ever, man. So everyone in the name of his power, it's all order, you know. Shit, Yahweh. Yahweh Shah. He prayed to Yahweh. Like the book first. What's that? First Corinthians chapter 11 say it give you the order. So Yahweh Shah. He prayed to Yahweh. We pray to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. You know, and then hey, the heathens they might mess around and pray to the elect by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem. Oh no, it's like it. So they might pray like, I'm just using an example, but they most likely they probably gonna be ended up praying like Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem the elect or something like that. Because we gonna have them in subjection, man. So we gonna be guys on the earth, man. You know what I mean? So we gonna have it's gonna be all rulership set forth, righteous rulership set forth, man. So it's a for all people will walk every one in his name. Let me go down. that's pretty much it on that. I'm gonna go ahead and go to let's see. I had an Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 8. I'm not gonna get it though. I don't wanna go into that. But this is the book of Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 2. It's lucky. I don't know what the hell going on with this. Okay, no, that's my charger. Doing that. But what is it, like verse 21? It's lucky. This is the book of Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 16. It says, "And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem," all right? Because like the scriptures say, all the nations gonna flow into that mountain, but you gonna have some that's still left being rebellious, man. It say, "And it shall come to pass that everyone that is still is like it is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King." Oh, Slacky. Let me. I said I spoke ahead of time. Slacky. Let me restate that. This is the book of Zechariah chapter 14 verse 16. It say, "And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King." Man. So from year to year, the heathen nations is gonna go up to worship Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Through the elect. You see, they say the Lord of hosts and to keep the feast of the tabernacle, right? So they're gonna be keeping the holy days. They're gonna be keeping the Shabbat, the Passover. The new day the new high holy day that's gonna come, which is gonna be a representation of the day where Yahweh came back to deliver his elect. You know, So yeah, they gonna be keeping all these things because like the scriptures read, the scriptures say, "Let us go up," and keep roughly paraphrasing, and keep their laws, roughly paraphrasing. Like I said in Micah chapter, what it say that in 4 and verse 2, but it say, "And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem." So you're gonna have still heathens that's bucking up, you know what I mean, and lifting up his sword, you know what I mean? And inspiring the same rebelliousness into their neighbors. Well, those heathens that do that, they say, "And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain," man. So the Lord is gonna take the rain from them. They ain't gonna have no rain. The Lord is gonna send a famine against them, but also ain't gonna be no, it's twofold. Ain't gonna be no rulership there, man. So ain't gonna be no government there. They just gonna be, men, being rebellious, man. And then it's gonna lead to their destruction. So it's like, the elect gonna be putting in work, Y'all shy. Well, he gonna be like really, man. Shit, y'all shot gonna be putting in work first thing first, man. When you come back, you know. And Yahweh gonna be putting in work, man. You gonna have the angels coming down here, sending tornadoes against the rebellious heathens. Shit gonna be funny, man. But it say and if the family of Egypt go not up, and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the feast of the damn. Let me read that from the top again. "And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not," damn, so the Lord gonna be having mercy on the heathen, bro. It say that have no rain, because when the Lord take the rain, and they start getting thirsty and stuff like that, he giving them a chance to, come keep the tabernacle, come, keep the ordinances, of Yahweh Shem Yahshua through the men of the Lord, right? And so if they still being rebellious, and say there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the feast of tabernacles, man. So we don't know what that plague is gonna be, but we know it's gonna be some vicious junk, man. The Lord's wrath coming down upon these heathen that ain't come, that don't go up and take care of their business as far as the tabernacle go, man. The feast of the tabernacle, you know. It say, in that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses. Let me see. That's pretty much on that. Yeah, kind of hard. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna go to. Oh yeah, kind of, cause ain't nothing wrong with having slaves, man. That's pretty much what these heathens were set up to be, is to serve the Israelites. It's upside down right now, but when we put them back in slavery, it's gonna be in righteousness though. Ain't nothing wrong with having a slave. The slave just means servants. The word employee means a slave, man. So ain't nothing wrong with having a slave, but everything is upside down right now, so everything is used for the left hand side, man. You know, So this just a couple of precepts on slavery. Shit. For example, one of them, Exodus 21:16, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, didn't he do that? Or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death, man. Another one, Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, and singleness of your heart, unto Yahushua. So yeah, we're gonna establish these laws upon the slaves, and they're gonna follow them in righteousness. They're gonna be rewarded for doing it. They're gonna be penalized for not doing it. So everything's gonna go back into righteousness, man. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. Hey, E was using these things against us when he brought us over here. But this nigga's a damn devil, man. Cause he went on and stretched his boundaries. You know, so this nigga's a hypocrite, man. But anyway, not to sidetrack. Um, well, I might as well go ahead and get this Obadiah to close out. No reason not to, so I'm going ahead and get it. This book of Obadiah, chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 17 or 18. Let me see. I'm going to start at 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Right. So we're going to possess, like, we're going to suck the riches of the Gentiles, man. So we're going to get all our riches back. The scripture said that paraphrasing, the heathen shall minister unto thee. We're gonna put them back in subjection, like we just read in Psalms chapter 2 and verse 8. The Lord gonna give us the inheritance of the heathen, man. So our slaves, we're gonna get our slaves back. I say, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall be not Slack it, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken this. So the only nation that's pretty much gonna perish forever, off of existence, after the 1,000 years, and they not gonna have no land, they not gonna have no dwelling place, they not gonna, because like I said, like the scriptures say, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah has spoken it. Right. So the Lord, hey, if he say something go down, then it's pretty much gonna go down, man. So Esau, being perished as a house, as a tabernacle, as a temple, is gonna come to pass, man. The Lord is not a man that he should lie, Which, at the same time, Esau gonna come back through the heathens, cause Esau is the only heathen that's pretty much gonna be done away with as a nation. But there's like the scriptures say, there is no end to the people. So his spirit gonna come back because you can't get rid of the spirit. You can only get rid of the flesh. So his spirit's still gonna come back in the other nations. He gonna come back as Ishmael. He gonna come back as Moab. He gonna come back as you know what I mean, Cain. I mean, it's like Am, it's like damn, what's how the fuck I forget? Yeah, Cain, the Canaanites. Yeah, yeah, so-called Africans. Yeah, he gonna come back as them. You know what I mean? He gonna, you know what I mean? So his spirit gonna come back in these other nations. But he not gonna be Esau no more. Cause he gonna get done away with, man. You see, for good. And call all y'all watch me on shots for that, man. Well, a ball. Lord's willing is edifying. I'm gonna go ahead and close out by giving all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Thwadi Yahweh Shai for giving me the spirit of this lesson. The Lord's willing is edifying. Until next time, I say Shalom.